Hi everyone, my name is Frank Spencer, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm the co-founder and lead foresight consultant with the foresight consulting firm KedgeForward. You can find us on the web at www.KedgeForward.com. That's K-E-D-G-E forward.com. I can spell. What I want to talk to you about today, just for a moment, and I hope you enjoy this, is the last couple of days there's been some buzz on the net, especially on a listserv that I'm involved with, about, and I'm going to make this very vague, a very large data mining and venture capital firm, very large, has decided to fund, also vague, a new startup that claims to be able to predict the future by the number of incidents or mentions in popular press or on the web or newspapers of whatever the trend may be looking for. Say, for instance, the number of mentions of terrorist attacks are up. So a terrorist attack is on the horizon. They're predicting through trends and implications. That may be oversimplifying a little bit, but you get the idea. And so what I want to talk about is a couple of things. Is trend analysis enough? Can we really predict the future? And is that the most helpful way for your business to approach strategy development? What I want to do is I want to read to you just two of the posts on this listserv I thought were very well written. I'm reading it here, so give me just a second. The first one is by a gentleman, and he says, based on the description of this new startups, companies, analytics, I suspect they would not have predicted the oil spill in the Gulf, the disruption of air traffic in Europe from the Iceland volcano, or any number of any other events that fall into the category of the unexpected. This is a very great point. Now, of course, your business is not going to face an oil spill or a volcano every day in terms of, metaphor, speaking for your business sake, your strategy. But this is a great point because you will face the unexpected every day. And so it's not enough to just look at trends. As one very popular foresight consulting firm on the West Coast in the United States often says, if you base everything off of trends, they really leave you just in the present, because that's what trends are all about. Looking at what's happening in the present and basing your strategy off that. If you stop and think about it, it doesn't, on one hand, make a lot of sense. Your strategy really needs to be based on being adaptive, being resilient, being transformative. Your culture of your business needs to be future fit, and trends won't do that for you. At KedgeForward, one of the things that we do with our clients is we move them from mode 1 thinking, which is really just depending on trends, to mode 2 thinking, which is seeing the world in a way they've never seen it before, looking at new possibilities, looking at new opportunities, looking at new risks, looking at ways of building a strategy that they had never considered before. And this makes you much more adaptive, much more resilient, much more transformational, and much more able to launch the business into new growth products, services, curves, strategies that you'd never thought of before. And so this is very important, way beyond trends. Let me read another one from the listserv. Content analysis, analyzing how many inches are devoted to a topic in the newspaper's news whole, as well as other horse-drawn forms of analysis of words and phrases, is back, with additional bells and whistles in the post-Google world. Some analysts have been successful in discovering crisis by analyzing pizza deliveries in the nation's capital. Love it. True. I'm not knocking it. There are enormous amounts of data out there, and discovering new ways to make it useful and deliver actionable information are bound to be popular with governments, among others. Otherwise, what use is it? And that's so true. In other words, trends are important, but it's just a starting place. It's no use unless we go beyond the trends to emerging issues. These things that you see in newspapers and mentioned, they miss the emerging issues that are happening in the world because they're not thinking about alternatives. They're not thinking about resiliency. They're not thinking about being adaptive in terms of what could be down the line. This is the things that we help you do at KedgeForward. And so I thought this was a great topic, something for you to think about this week. Moving beyond prediction and trends into being adaptive and building your strategy on something much more competitive, much more advantageous, and much more transformative and successful. I hope you visit us at www.KedgeForward.com. We'll see you soon. Thanks.